right, YouTube. So now we have version 4 for Himeko Nova, and now it is the most optimal time, in my opinion, to start discussing vertical investment strategies and what would be the most ideal team we'd be looking at, right? Well, I mean, you obviously have the aspect of the theory crafting community where that, as you can see, Himeko Nova, E0S1, RMC, E6S1 with the Cyrene Light Cone, E4 Welt with BP5, and then Mortonix Blade with his own signature. This is sustainless, so we're going to look at more of a sustain role in this aspect. So we're going to be taking Welt out and putting a in the team, just because of the fact that, you know, boosting just everybody in general in terms of energy regeneration and then healing is very optimal for Huohua. So regardless, what is going to be the most optimal way to vertically invest into the team just in general? You can obviously see right here too that the damage still at E0S1 is still the highest, but surprisingly, or not, depending on how you want to look at certain things, the best investment by a decent amount, probably a 35% increase, just starting at E0S0, is going to be the Light Cone, because of the fact that she is going to be ignoring 32% of the target's defense when just dealing damage in general. And I want to specify this, that even if you don't plan on getting Himeko, this is a great Light Cone to get just for future endeavors, for future Erudition characters, because of the fact that you get that just 32% ignore enemies defense, just dealing damage. You don't have, it doesn't specify you have to do the skill or the ultimate, it's just dealing damage. So it is exceptionally good. Then when the user uses an assist skill, they regenerate 6 energy and gain sail, lasting for 2 turns, stacking up to 3 times. And for each stack of sail, you gain a 20% damage increase to your assist skill. And once you reach the 3 stacks, the ultimate damage is going to increase by 20. And this does not go away at all. It doesn't say that. So you can get up to a 60% assist skill damage increase, and then get the 20% damage increase from the ultimate. So it is a huge bonus when it comes to the character in general. Now we need to look at Eidolons. Again, we're still on Himeko right now because it's the most important thing. The next big increase is going to be the E1. You are going to be looking at about a 31% increase. It's going to increase the number of times the talent triggers of the extra skill effect by 1. When verdict state, the number of ultimate uses required to launch the assist skill is reduced by 1, which is very good. And when decimation stays active, the charge required to launch the assist skill is reduced by 3. And then, you know, the assist skill number of times extra damage triggered is going to be increased by 1. So what this means is, just in general, more frequent uses of the assist skill, where most of her damage is in the ultimate. That's very apparent, very obvious. I think people understand that completely. The other major aspect of her kit where most of her damage is behind is going to be the assist skill. So that's very important too. And then obviously the next big step is going to be the E2. You're looking at about a 55% increase. So that obviously is exceptionally good. When using the assist skill, it's going to be increased by 2. The damage dealt by the ultimate and the assist skill becomes 124% of that original damage. So that's a further 124% damage increase at the start of each turn. Navigator Seraphim State immediately regains 1 extra skill assist use. The Trace Hark the Express's Pulse Roars effect. When other characters other than the Trailblazer companion use the assist skill, they also gain 1 extra turn. So that is very good. That's an added effect onto the Trace. So now you get more assist skills just in general. So again, you get more damage bonus from the ultimate and the assist skill, but not only that, you get more frequent instances of the assist skill and more of the teammates using everything. So that is really like the bare minimum what you want to be looking at. for Himeko is that the light cone is very, very strong, but vertically investing into her obviously is very, very apparent and very good. As you can see, like E1, E2 is extremely strong, and they both kind of add on top of one another, quite frankly, is that you get more instances of the as a skill. They're more charged quicker for the verdict and the decimation, and then the E2 you get more damage. The light cone is honestly the best aspect, whereas a lot of some recent-ish DPS characters, getting the E2 is more important. Getting the light cone in this situation is definitely a bonus over the E1. E1, like I said, it's about a decent-ish increase. You're looking at probably about 31% increase, but the light cone provides that 35% increase, so very, very, very strong. When it comes to team compositions, as we mentioned here, you know, this is the sustain list. Typically right now, in terms of overall damage, if you want to go a sustain roll, what you're going to be looking at is you're going to be looking at Himeko Nova, you're going to be looking at Mortonic's Blade, then you're going to be looking at the Remembrance MC, and then finally, typically you are going to want to be using Huahua because of the fact that you want Mortonic's Blade to be able to get his ultimate off as fast as possible, being able to reduce everybody's defense and making sure that they receive more damage. That is the most optimal way currently to get the most damage in a sustain roll. Again, if you want to go a sustain list, then you take Huahua out and you put Welt in, typically at E4, because of the fact that he is at E4. I want to make sure I have the buffed state activated. I think I do. Yeah, the waitlist state, having their all type res pen reduced by 30%, but also because of the waitlist state is that the damage they receive is going to be increased by 10%. So we pair that up with Mortonic's Blade, and that's just overall a lot more damage. So yes, overall, even like at a bracket level where all this is being equated at, the E0S1, except for, you know, characters you can get on the standard banner or even the MC, Himeko is still going to be doing the most damage. And just in broad terms, if you you know, of course, you play the character properly and correctly, Himeko is still doing just the most damage overall in the game. Whether or not you like her playstyle, that's entirely up to you, but just in general, investment wise, get the light cone first, then you can go to the E2 bracket if you want to, or you honestly, you can just stop at E0S1 and she's still going to be doing massive amounts of overall damage.